As promised, let's take a look at the quick mask mode inside Photoshop. As I had mentioned a moment ago, this is my favorite way for creating accurate selections inside Photoshop. We're not going to be creating selections using any of the traditional selection tools that we've already seen so far. We're actually going to be creating and refining selections using the painting tools inside Photoshop, believe it or not, primarily the paintbrush tool. Let's start off with our work file. So pop into your work files folder and go ahead and grab a file called Buddha.jpg. Let's pop this guy open. This is just a photograph of a small Buddha statue. And the idea here is that I want to pull this Buddha statue off of his background and perhaps use him somewhere else, maybe in a flyer, or maybe drop him on a different background, something like this. But the first task at hand that we've got to achieve is we've got to pull him off of this background. As far as the quick mask mode goes, you don't have to do this, but how I like to work with this guy is I like to start things off with some kind of a selection. And, you can use any of the selection tools that you want. You could even create a rectangular selection. That would be fine. Or, you could use your quick selection tool, your magic wand tool, or let's use our color range because we just saw color range. So I'm going to head up to the select menu and then down to color range. I just want to get myself, I want to create some kind of starting point for myself. So I'm going to click onto the Buddha statue here somewhere. I don't even really care too much about the fuzziness slider or anything like that. I just want to get some sort of a starting point established. So I'm going to go ahead and click on OK. Now, of course, I have some of the statue selected, but not all of it. And I also have some of the background selected as well, which is no good. But let's get into this quick mask mode, and I'll kind of explain what's going on here. There's several different ways to move in and out of the quick mask mode. The first way, probably the most obvious way, is to head up to the select menu up at the top, and then down to edit in quick mask mode. Go ahead and choose this guy. And it might seem like Photoshop suddenly takes a left-hand turn. Whoa, what just happened here? Well, what's going on here inside the quick mask mode, if I zoom in just a little bit here so you can have a closer look at this, is any area inside the image that is selected remains as it normally is. All right, so it's sort of showing through. Any area that is not selected has this red overlay on top of it, sort of this red ruby leaf. Okay, and that of course is the case throughout the entire image. All right, so the idea, and this is the idea behind our Buddha statue here, is we want to make sure that there's no red on top of the object that we do want to select. And we want to make sure that the areas that we don't want to have selected are indeed colored with this red overlay, this red ruby leaf. Okay, so we can move in and out of the quick mask mode by using the select menu. So moving in and out. So now we're back to regular old Photoshop with the marching ants. Here's a couple other quick ways that we can move in and out. You can use this button way down at the bottom of the toolbox to enter into the quick mask mode. It's a toggle, by the way, in and out. Or what I like to do is just simply use the Q key on my keyboard to move in and out. That's another way to do it. So this is at least a very basic introduction to the quick mask mode. We haven't seen how to edit a quick mask yet, though. This is what I want to show you in the next exercise. So we've started off with a very simple selection, a very raw, rough selection. Now what we want to do is we want to use the paintbrush tool primarily, but the painting tools anyway inside Photoshop to further refine this selection. And that's what I want to show you how to do next.